Well, what is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to A Therapeutic Edge. How is everybody doing today? It is the day after Thanksgiving, and we are doing fine at this end. I just wanted to take a moment and thank everyone for the wonderful Thanksgiving wishes that you guys sent along. Now, this video probably won't go live for a little while, but just know that today for me is the day after Thanksgiving, and I got a lot of really, really wonderful Thanksgiving wishes from you guys out there in the world. It was really appreciated. So let's talk about the knife that's on the table. This is a Protech. This is a Les George design, and this is the Protech SBR. What a fantastically fun little knife this is. Now, this was actually given to me by a very nice person who I'm not going to go into that right now. I will post a link to their Instagram down on the in the description. You can follow them or not if you'd like. They asked me not to make a big deal of it, so I'm not gonna, but just know that this was a bit of a gift. Now, when I first got it, the mainspring had actually broken, which is sort of unusual for a Protech, but it does happen. Protech is a fantastic company. Their customer service is second to none. So I reached out to them, told them what was going on, and off the knife went, and now it is returned with a wonderfully nice fresh edge and a brand new mainspring, and it works exactly as it is supposed to. So what do you get? Well, you get a really nice sort of fifth pocket sized, for me at least, marvelous little carry. Now, again, this being California, I can own this. That's not an issue. I can carry it around my house. That's not an issue. I'm not supposed to carry it out in the world. They get a little upset with you if you carry an automatic knife out here in California. So, of course, I never do that.
Liar.
Women carry knives seems to disagree, and that's entirely possible. But no. I just carry this around the house. I swear. Right?
You shouldn't swear.
Oh, I shouldn't swear. Dag nabbit, I carry this around the house. Is that better?
No.
Oh. Anyway, this is a great knife, and it has been really useful in my pocket and a useful carry. It is kind of small for me. It's a 3-finger, knife for sure, but it's a really well done. Now, there is a version of this sort of knife made by ZT called the 0900. Very similar shape and particularly very similar blade profile. Blade profile. And to be honest with you, I'm actually looking for the 900. I had one for a little while and I let it go. Should not have done that. The Protech SBR has reminded me why I liked it so much in the first place. As a small... Sorry for the interruption there. Somebody came to the door. It was my stepson, and we let him in again. I don't know why we keep doing that. I'm just kidding. It's nice to see him come home, particularly when it's really cold outside. Anyway, where were we? Right, the SBR. So this is Protech doing what they do best. I've had a number of Protechs. I've never had a bad one. This is another example of them doing a fantastic job. It is 2 pieces of aluminum brought together very nicely at the back. There is, of course, a visible seam, but with a little bit of texturing going on. It has the serial number and the model number right here. This one is number 544 of the PR3. It has a really nice little deep carry clip with flush screws, something you guys know I really appreciate. The action is, well, it's Protech snappy. It really is very nice. It is an S35 VN blade, which is different. Protech does a lot of 154 CM and CPM 154. So having S35 VN is a nice touch from them. It has the Les George logo right there on the blade. Wow, what a remarkable knife. I really like this thing. Let's get some size comparisons out of the way. Here it is against the bug out. Wow, my bug out is filthy. My goodness. Anyway, as you can see, the SBR is a small knife, right? Now, the funny thing is, in gun terms, SBR stands for short black rifle. This is a short black knife, but SBR just the same. Here it is against the Rat Model 1, and as you can see, again, it's just a short, sort of stubby little auto. I think it's a marvelous tool. I really wish that California didn't have such stupid automatic laws, because this is just a fantastic carry in any configuration, right? The fact that it's an auto is essentially meaningless. Yeah, it does snap out, but it's not any faster, really, on deployment than this. It makes no sense. Anyway, back to the SBR. Let's go ahead and get some other specs out of the way while we're looking at it. The blade length on this, as I said, is unfortunately California illegal. It needs to be below 2 inches to be California legal, but we are still at 1, 2.5 inches of cutting on 2 3/4 of S35 VN. The handle length is 1, 2, 3 even, 3.5 to the very end of the knife. So, as I said, for me, it's a 3-finger knife. For a lot of people, it might be 4. Let's take a look at how much S35 VN you get. You get 3.16 millimeters, 3.14, millimeters of S35 VN, which is a nice, reasonably nice thickness, and it does, even though it's a saber grind, not a high flat, right? So you can see the saber right there. It does still come down to a very nice edge. Now, of course, the folks at Protech did re-edge this for me while it was in getting maintained, but I don't think they changed the angle. And it's a very, very nice and slicey knife. The handle itself is under 1/2 inch. Right. It is really very nice. Closed length on this bad boy, 1, 2, 3 3/4 inches, right? So just under 4 inches, which is really very nice. Well, let's get the weight while we're talking about it. I love Les George designs. The ZT-0920, which I don't have on the table in front of me, is really one of my all-time favorite knives. This little thing, if they made this in a flipper, I would be so happy. All right, let's see what we weigh in at. 3.1 ounces, which, it's a really nice EDC size and a really nice EDC weight. Like I said a minute ago, I've never had a bad Protech. I really haven't. And this is no exception to that rule. This is a fantastic little pocket knife that just happens to be an auto. I'm actually a huge fan of side-fire autos. I don't like out the fronts. I only have one. I have 2, really. I don't like the blade-to-handle ratio. I don't like how small the blades have to be. Side-fire, to me, is just a slightly more aggressive, I guess, if you will, version of every other folder that I love, right? And so, to me, if you're going to get an auto, if you're in a place where you can carry one, and you just want a particularly snappy pocket knife, then any one of the Protech side-fire autos is just really a great way to go. And of course, other companies make good ones too. So what's the final analysis here as I ramble on about this knife? Get one. If you're in a place where you can carry such a thing, and if you are looking for a small, really nice, lightweight EDC tool, the Protech SBR is an excellent choice as far as I'm concerned. I really, really enjoyed having this thing around. It's part of my permanent collection. It's not going to go anywhere. Not just because it's a gift, but also because it's just a superb knife. And yeah, it's just a really nice piece of the collection. So there we are. This is the Protech SBR. This one happens to be the murdered out, blacked out edition. They make them in a bunch of different colors and with different, you can get a plain blade or you can get the blacked out blade like this. Feel free to check out Protech's website if you're interested, and places like Blade HQ and various other resources carry them. For now, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up one last time. This is the Protech SBR. I have been a Therapeutic Edge. If you have any questions about this or any of my knives, feel free to ask down in the comments below. We'll see you guys next time.